What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a wig styling video. You read the title correctly. Many of you guys have been requesting that I do a wig styling video because as some of you may know, and some of you may not know, I do style all my own hair. So this is going to be a pretty straightforward, pretty easy, moderate sort of level difficulty. I'm going to show you how to heat set a synthetic wig using steam and some wire rollers, and after that I'm going to show you how to actually set and style a wig into the desired shape and style that you want. Without further ado, I'm going to jump right into the tutorial. Alright, so this is the wig that we are going to be styling today. It is a shoulder length bob, which is a little bit shorter in the back and a little bit longer in the front. What we're going to be doing, just to start it off, is we are going to mount it onto our head, our wig block head. And I just got this wig block head off of Amazon. I think it was like 25, 30 bucks. I can't really remember off the top of my head, but it was pretty inexpensive. So I'm going to be taking these little T-pins, which look like that. Ooh, I'm doing like the beauty guru thing. So what we need to do is just like make sure that the wig is secured onto our wig block. So a lot of people use like a piece of fabric or like some tape to secure the lace so it doesn't get torn or whatever, but I'm kind of archaic and I like chaos, so I'm just gonna leave it as it is, and we're just gonna pin that all the way across, starting with the crown, and we're just going to pin it all the way down the lace, all the way down to the ear tabs. As you're doing this, make sure that you're pulling the lace so it's like lays flat against the wig block head. So this wig is from wigisfashion.com. It is a short little 14-inch bob. The wig actually came pre-curled, but the curl pattern was like kind of like iffy. It wasn't really that great, so I just went ahead and straightened it just so that it's easier for me to style it and reset it into an actual curl pattern that I can use and work with. This isn't sponsored, but I just thought I'd throw that out there if you guys wanted to get yourself a pretty cheap, inexpensive synthetic wig. So yes, so our wig line is nice and secured onto our block head, and we can start by sectioning off the area that we are going to start rolling. And I like to do the front and work my way back. So I'm going to take a little front section right here in the front, about this big, very, very small. And right here is where we are going to keep the part. So I'm just gonna push this hair off to the back. I'm gonna grab a small 1-inch roller, and I'm going to grab the hair and wrap it around the roll. And we're just going to roll it up. And once we get to the top, we are going to pin that down. And bam, it should stay in place. And we should be good to go. If you want to secure the hair a little bit more, you can add another pin. I like to do 2 just in case. And that is one roll set. Going parallel with this roll that we just put down, I'm going to go all the way along the wig line, taking another small section. So now just doing the exact same thing right beside it. So as you can see, there are quite a few flyaways on the wig, but that doesn't really concern me too much because it is going to be styled and we can just brush that away, and because they are pretty short, it'll just go with the curl pattern. So I'm going to do the next section on this side, and I will come back and I will show you how we move on to the back half of the wig. Alright, so off camera I just went ahead and did a row right behind the row that we just did. So parallel to the ones that we just put, I just put a second row going all the way across. So because I want the back of the wig to be a lot more poofy, we are going to be using a 1/2 inch roller. So we are going to be taking them in sections going down the wig just like this, and we'll be doing 2 up here, 3 down here, and then 3 all the way down. And we are going to take a section going parallel from this one to this one. So we will have, you can find the weft, and this is a pretty good edge right here. So we're just going to take this section and we are going to split that into 2 pieces. Now just taking my smaller roll, I'm going to wrap the hair around it again, just like how we did it in the front. And pinning that down. And doing that same thing with this piece over here. Want our rows going like this, and now we are just going to go continuing down the back of the head all the way until we hit the bottom of the wig. That is the second row, and now I'm just going to go ahead and continue and put the rest of our rolls down to the back of the head, and I will be back and I will show you how we steam and set these rolls in place. Alright, so the wig is nice and rolled up. So we can move on to our setting now. And to set our rolls today, I'm going to be using a steamer, and I'm going to put a plastic bag over top of this, and we are going to steam it from the underside of the bag. This will keep all the steam trapped in one small area, allowing for the steam to evenly distribute all around the rolls that we just put down. So I'm going to take my big bag and I'm just going to throw that over top of our wig, just like so. And I'm going to tie it a little bit underneath just so that the steam really sits under the all over the hair. When you do this, there should be a small little hole right here for you to put the steamer right there. So I think our steamer is nice and ready. Just making a few noises. Alright, so we just need to put our steamer right underneath the little bag hole that we just left, and we can just let the steamer do its job. It really helps if you hold the bag around the steamer just so that no steam can really escape, and you can feel around the bag to make sure that you can feel the steam going all the way around.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
So I'm just gonna let all of the steam sit in this little bag for maybe about 10-15 minutes, just to let the hair kind of sit and like chill with all the nice steam. And after about 10 minutes, I will take the bag off and I will let the hair sit for about 5 to 6 hours. So I'm just gonna go ahead and let this sit, and I will be back once the hair is cooled down and dry, and we will start taking out the rollers and styling the wig.
6 hours later.
Alright, so as you can see, I've taken off the bag and I can feel that she is nice and dry. So we can go ahead and start taking out these rolls. I like to start in the back just so I can have the hair fall down. So as you can see, it was heated thoroughly and the curl has been formed. So I'm just going to go ahead and take all of these out and just let them fall down naturally. Alright, so once you have all of your curls taken out, it should look something like this. Very, very sloppy, but we are going to finesse and make her look a lot smoother. So starting with the back, we need to smooth this out and make it look a little bit more intentional as opposed to this very messy sort of look that we have going on right now. So with my flat paddle brush, I'm just going to quickly brush through this. what we sort of want to happen is we kind of want this part to be very, very messy and bulky, sort of like what it is right now. So just leaving it kind of bouncing and like not really tamed is sort of what we want. So we're just gonna kind of leave it like that, but I feel like this right now is a good starting point. So the back of the wig is nice and brushed out. So what we need to do now is we need to brush out the front portions of the wig. This is what is going to be seen in the front. So we wanted to make it look as smooth and beautiful and clean as possible. So starting with the bottom sections of the front part of the wig, we are going to slowly brush those out. And taking the next part up. What we want to do is smooth them together so that it becomes one big piece. Taking these all together, these sections that I just brushed, we are going to smooth them together. So as you can see, when we put the curl in the way that we had it angled, it's going to allow this part to be a little bit more raised, which is going to give us that little swoop that we want in the front. So these are the last sections for this side. Just going to smooth them together. And we're going to brush that over here. So I like the volume that we have in the back going, so I'm just going to spray it in place. So I like to use the Got To Be Glued Blasting Free Spray. It looks like this. It comes in a yellow bottle, kind of looks like an air horn. So I definitely recommend using this hairspray. It keeps everything in place. Like I'm bumping this and it's not going anywhere. Like it looks really good. So I like how this bottom part looks, but I just want to make sure that the top part has that same volume. So I'm going to tease the top part of this wig. I'm going to omit the sides just because I'm going to be working on that later. You really want to have a nice little cloud at the bottom just so that the hair has something to hold on to. Just taking the brush, we are going to smooth that in with the rest of the back of the hair. And taking the top, we are going to smooth back. This is just to ensure that we have a nice smooth top. Alright, so as you can see, we have the top nice and blended backwards, and it looks very smooth. So once you're happy with how the top of the wig looks and how it's smoothed out, you can spray it in with some hairspray just to keep it in place. So we're just gonna clip this hair out of the way for right now. So we are going to start teasing the shit out of the side. Starting from the bottom, we are going to start teasing the side part of the wig. And we're going to use a clip just to clip this out of the way. Nice like that. And starting with the bottom, we are going to start really going ham with the teasing. Should sit up like that. Now taking our next part, we are going to do the same thing. Should have something sort of similar to that. See how we have all this volume over here. And taking this last section of this part, we are going to use this to smooth over the top, but we are also going to give it a little bit of a tease as well. Sort of something like that. And we can bring this over a bit. Now we need to work on this opposite side. So just like the other side, we are going to start teasing the bottom section of the ear tab. Making another small section. So now that we have this nice and teased, what we need to start doing is smoothing out and making the style come to life. So what we need to start doing is by brushing this part back, and we are going to slowly form with our hands the style that we want. So I'm going to start by slowly brushing this hair. We're not going to be pushing super hard into where we just put the teasing. We're just grazing over the top with the brush. Taking one of these duckbill or alligator clips, we are going to clip down the hairline just to make it nice and flat, and just continuing to brush out. Putting these clips in basically does most of the work for you. It'll keep this area nice and smooth while leaving all the teasing for us to work with. So I'm going to continue to smooth out. As we are brushing, we are slowly sculpting with our hand. So as you're brushing, you'll notice that the pattern of the hair will start to form back. So I really like the way that it's doing this little wave. So I'm going to clip in some alligator clips just to keep it in place where I want it. And while I am brushing, I will be slowly sculpting the shape just to reinforce it and make sure that it's going where I want it to go. So once you're proud and happy with the style, you can go ahead and spray the whole thing with a lot of hairspray just to keep everything in place. And with that being said, we are complete with the styling of the wig. Alright, so as you can see, the wig is nice and complete, and it's in a style that I really like, and I'm proud of this. So I am going to now take out all of these pins just to show you what the final result looks like. Alright guys, this is the completed wig look. As you can see, I went for a very big, like, draggy hairstyle. Like when you think about drag queens, it's always like that big, like, swoopty little thing. So I decided that this would be a perfect little hairstyle to show you guys as my first little introduction into hairstyling videos. I really like how it turned out. I hope you guys liked how it turned out as well. I can't wait to show you guys what it looks like with a completed full drag look, so be on the lookout for that. But yeah, this is it. I hope you guys like it. I had so much fun creating it, and yeah. So if you guys liked this video, make sure you guys give it a big thumbs up, and if you're not already, make sure you subscribe down below and hit that little notification bell just so you're notified every single time that I upload a new video. Alright, so that's it for this video. Until next time, I'll have to say goodbye. Bye guys.